Much.
Is that part of the appeal of making movies, being allowed to take on that role of someone else?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's it. That's kind of what it's about. It's about sort of changing, and that's what I love. And I love, like, the costumes from this, from a completely girly standpoint, you just go, it's glamorous, isn't it?
How often do you get to dress like that?
Yeah, all right, yeah. I'm trying the swim hat vibe.
Now, like me, I know you've struggled with your weight over the years, and people are always accusing me of being anorexic. They always accuse me of things which I'm not.
So annoying when that
I'm just naturally slender. But that must drive you nuts, because it's all the time in the papers, people picking on you for your weight.
It is really difficult, and I don't think men get it as much as women. I mean, I think it is very hard.
Men don't get it at all, really. Men don't.
No. I mean, and.
Well, Simon gets it a lot.
From you, he gets it.
Yeah, but he likes it from me. Okay. We've got one of those abusive, you know, father-son relationships.
Oh, that's nice. That's very
You are like my dad.
How am I like your dad?
Bearded, big.
Scary. Get to bed! How much can we give away about the film? Because there are many plot revelations and twists and turns that you can't really talk about without spoiling the experience.
No, it's true. I don't know.
I mean, it's a love story, essentially, at the
heart
of it.
It's a love story, and it's...
Let's look carefully at the collapse itself. Notice the puffs of concrete issuing from the sides of the building well ahead of the collapse wave. Called squibs in demolition language, these are actual explosives, charges firing visibly through the exterior as gravity pulls the building down. Here are more. Shattering from the top, engulfed by banana peel plumes, these were no ordinary implosions. The Twin Towers each consisted of 3 multi-story buildings set on top of one another. To sustain the weight of so many floors, the sky lobbies had to be extra heavily reinforced. Watch a big squib coming from the sky lobby band.
Does that give anything away?
But it's kind of not a malicious lie as such, is it? It's like, well, we shouldn't go into that.
Isn't it?
I don't know, is it?
I don't know.
You probably haven't watched it, have you?
No, I have watched it.
Oh, you watched this one?
Yeah, I've got this one.
How do you think the people in the Pirates movie feel when they hear this? You didn't bother going to see that?
I tried to.
What do you mean you tried to? It was at the cinema for months and months and years.
Well, I was working for that whole months and months and years that it was on.
So when you watch this, when you get caught up in this film, once again, I get the feeling this is a performance you're proud of and deservedly so. Are you as critical of this as you are some of your other
Definitely, I am as critical. I'm only in about a third of it, so I can enjoy the rest of it, which is helpful.
So you enjoy the scenes you're not in more?
Yeah.
I guess you relax more on it.
Yeah.
Do you think all actors feel that way, or do you think some just have more of that kind of attitude, or do you think you lose it over time and you get used to it?
Johnny Depp doesn't watch a lot of his films, so I guess he has it. But I don't know. Do they have it?
Oh, let's not care. Who cares about those two? They're not
in
your class, Keira. Don't even ask them. Adam, do you like watching yourself on screen?
I can't stop watching this.
Let's have a look at a clip from Atonement. And once again, it's difficult to set up because I don't want to give too much away, but it's a romance, and there's a kind of there's an awful thing that happens early on which changes the course of everyone's life involved. This is Atonement.
Let me help with that.
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks.
Take the flowers.
I'm all right.
Take the flowers.
I'm all right.
You idiot.
little thing we own?
Not anymore, it isn't. Careful!
Not a scene you probably enjoy watching with people standing
No,
there.
you know, I get out of a fountain nearly naked.
I asked Simon these questions earlier, so this is not me being in any way lecherous or sexist, but are you comfortable being naked?
You are being quite lecherous.
No, not at
Quite,
all.
a
No,
little bit.
because you have to be semi-nudie in the film.
Yes, I thought you had a big picture of me standing up there.
No,
with
we haven't got any naked
Good,
pictures.
thank you very much.
God knows we looked.
Cheers. No, it's quite embarrassing. There were a lot of people there that day, and...
And do you think, I mean, is it the day when you know you're doing that scene, suddenly there seem to be more electricians on the set and...
talking about paparazzi, we did have a lot of paparazzi trying to get into the bushes that day, so there were a lot of security men in the bushes, and you'd suddenly see these men with cameras being dragged out.
A film like that, you're going around the world, you're talking about it, you're going to festivals with it, it's obviously something you're very proud of.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it a deliberate choice on your part that you do a movie like that, a kind of, you know, more serious movie, a
Yeah.
movie with that intent, in between doing films like the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and is your next movie going to be lighter-hearted? Do you balance it that way?
I try to balance it that way. Yeah, I mean, once I'd done sort of 2 years on the Pirates films, I sort of really needed to do something that was very different, and they were great, but...
It must be a different sort of acting.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's completely different. You know, the Pirates films, you're kind of like an action figure, which is lovely, but it's really nice to do something that's sort of emotionally way more involving.
When you make one like Atonement, like when you're going into, is it harder work? I know that might sound stupid, but is it physically harder work because you're emotionally giving something during the daytime, or
I think it's very rewarding, because actually if you do... I'm going to sound like such a wanker. If you do feel very drained emotionally, then you know that you've kind of done a good job.
Yeah, but no, I understand, because when I've seen people on stage, and I'm not a big theatre goer, but when I see a tremendous performance on stage, I think that must be exhausting, because it's kind of, they're going through all this angst for your pleasure.
I think that's kind of what most actors want to do, though, in a really perverse, horrendous way.
But that's terrible, really, isn't it?
Is it?
It shows them in a terrible light.
Well, it's true, though.
Emotional show-offs.
Yes, emotional show-offs, yeah.
But having a father as an actor as well, was that why you wanted to do what you do, or is that just a coincidence?
Yeah, I should imagine it probably is why I want to do what I do.
So how old are you now, Keira?
You shouldn't ask a lady how old she
Well,
is.
you're only a kid, so...
I'm 22.
And so you were born in the 80s?
I was born in the 80s.
Christ, that makes me feel ancient, doesn't it? So how long have you been professionally working as an actor?
Since I was 15.
Well, you really have churned them out, though, haven't you? Because you've made a lot of movies in that period.
Well, yeah, I sort of started when I was 7, but I only did little things in the summer holidays, and then 16 I left school, and I have churned them out, yes.
But I don't mean that in a negative way, I just mean you really worked really hard. I mean, you know, you've been, I would have thought, pretty relentless.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's offered to you, you might as well take it.
Yeah, well,
so
if you want to do it.
If you want to do it, yeah.
We have a clip of you when you were very young in a I'm not sure it was a movie or made-for-TV thing now. I think it was called A Royal Celebration.
I'm 7 in this.
You're 7 years old.
This was my first ever job when I was 7.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
thanks.
This is Keira. No, well, you know, no one's going to judge you for when you were 7, but it's...
Aren't they?
No!
Okay.
This is Keira Knightley in, what's it called again? A Royal Celebration. Okay, and it's a good performance. I like it.
Thanks.
It's nice.
Come on. Oh, what is this? Sit down. I've watched this crap all morning. Shut up. Wait. Oh, look, what is this? Just take a look at this.
History, but on some of the good and lasting things that so often get forgotten in our anxious
just
world.
watch it.
Hope, love, and new beginnings. It's why we always have and why probably we always shall.
Wait.
And in wishing their Royal Highnesses the
What am I
Prince
meant to be
and Princess of
seeing?
Wales
Look, it's
will
coming.
in their new life together.
Here. Oh, wow, is that it?
Everybody's been waiting for.
Look, it's Dad there. Shit, it is Dad.